How's it going, guys? This is my 2002 first gen Sequoia build. It's a 2002 Sequoia Limited, and it has a Old Man Emu 2-inch springs and Bilstein 5100 shocks, and then Method wheels and BFG tires, and these are 285 7017s. Parked up on the rocks to try to somewhat level it out for sleeping. I bought this from a dealer in California called Miramar Motorsports. They pretty much buy and sell clean used Toyota 4x4s. So 4Runners, GX, and Sequoias, Land Cruisers, Tacoma, stuff like that. So I did probably overpay for this vehicle. They put the suspension on it, but it's clean. It was what I was looking for. Had fairly low miles, 140,000 miles, and they also replaced the CV axles. They did the extended sway bar links, the suspension, obviously, wheels and tires, timing belt, water pump. What else was done to it? Valve cover, gasket, seals, and I mean the underside of it is completely dry. There were no leaks or anything like that, and really isn't anything wrong with it, which is what I wanted. I was originally looking for a 4Runner. I didn't want to spend, 4Runners were super inflated. These are now too. I bought this in January. It's now May, so about 5 months ago, and these were expensive too, but not as much as the 4Runners. I'm in Arizona. I could not find one that I liked in Arizona. It was clean and taken care of, so I went with the Miramar Motorsports. I have seen their ads before and was curious, but like I said, I know I overpaid for it, but I got peace of mind because I overpaid for it. They know all of the quirks and things that need to be replaced on these vehicles, these Toyotas, and they make sure that gets done. They were super transparent, easy to deal with. They shipped it to me. It cost me $400 to ship it to Arizona. It was a really easy process. There are a few things that I did do to this that they hadn't, but it was minor things. So I'm so glad I went with the Sequoia, because it is much more spacious than a 4Runner. So I have it set up right now. The second row is still there. It's just folded up, and I built this platform with drawers here. I took out the third row. I have 3 kids, and we can all fit with just the second row. And but this is really convenient I do a lot of hunting and camping with the kids. I can fit me and my 2 daughters in the back here, or me and my wife. It sleeps 2 people, or me and my 2 daughters pretty easily. In order to fold it down and use the second row, so the box ends right here, and there's a hinge piece, so this flips up this way, and then I can fold the seats down and use the seats, and then what holds this up right now, I just have I think these are 2x10s, but it's nice. There's a nice little storage cubby. I have a rifle here right now, and food for my arrows, but it's a nice little storage cubby. And then, like I said, it flips up. The specs for this box is the main box portion is 50 inches long, and then that little piece that folds, that flat plywood piece, is 20 inches long. and then it's just 4 feet wide. So it's a standard. I think I did, it's 3/8 plywood. I needed 2 sheets of plywood. The drawers are made out of that same plywood on the bottom here, and then 1x8 planks. I actually had to rip these down. I had to make them a little bit shorter to clear so the drawers would have clearance. But yeah, this is my first trip actually with it. Oh, and I have this little last minute decided to make a little table thing. This is really nice because I can cook here and prep my food, having a place to do it instead of doing it on the bumper like how I have been doing it. So but yeah, it's pretty nice. Gas mileage sucks. Average around 12 around town. I don't do that much freeway driving, and the freeways to get up north in Arizona, it's all uphill, so it's even probably worse. It's probably like 11 to get up north. So gas mileage isn't the greatest. I don't think there is any in any of the Toyota 4x4s. The gas isn't that great. It's a 4.7 V8 like the older first gen Sequoias had. Great motor. Just make sure you do your timing belt and water pump every 100,000. But I mean, the interior is just super clean for a 20-year-old car. Now they did, I don't know what they did with the seats. Either they have a stock of other seats, they refurbished them. These have been have leather paint or something on them, which, I mean, it is what it is, but there's no tears in them. The steering wheel is really nice and clean. Same with the dash. The headliner has a couple tears. Had a couple tears in it when I bought the car, but I'm not too worried about that. Again, it's 20 years old, so the body was pretty straight and clean. And it's the 2002, so it's before they did the change to the front end in 2005, I think. It's the first year. But I've really been enjoying it. Do a lot of hunting, camping, stuff like that, and this is really nice to hunt out of. I don't have to set up a tent. I have everything, just throw everything in the back here, my cooler with food in the drawers, my cooking stuff, some other gear, and then clothes. I have my bow right back there. Turkey season's open, and if I see a turkey, I'm gonna tag one, but I'm out here looking for those, hopefully bigger ones. Anyways, there's the underside of the back there. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Again, I bought this from Miramar Motorsports out of California. I've been really happy with everything so far. Oh yeah, I did have my catalytic converters. Somebody tried to steal them once already while I was at church. They cut through, they almost had it completely. It was cut through on the front, and then they had like a 1/4 of an inch left of pipe to cut in the back. I welded it back up in and noticed that it had been welded before. So I had heard that that's a thing. I work in a body shop actually, and Toyotas come in all the time with their cats cut out of them. So that's another issue. There's skid plates and stuff, but I don't know. I tried to build my own, but we'll see. I don't know. It's kind of a pain in the butt. And those skid plates are like $800, I think, for the skid plate to protect your cats. I don't know. It's pretty crazy, but all right.